Jake Lloyd Bacon. Did you hear the great news?
No, Scott Narver. What's the big news?
Zack Ryder is going to be the final opponent for John Cena.
Zack Ryder, oh, finally, the Long Island IC back in WWE, going to be the final opponent for John Cena. The last time is now. Woo, woo, woo. You know it.
Apologies, I misspoke. He was eligible in the tournament, but it was eliminated right away.
Oh, well, you know what? That tracks.
Zack Ryder returns to WWE and more this week on Pro Wrestling Palskis.
Hey, Scott Narver.
Hey, Jake Lloyd Bacon.
Hello to everybody joining us out there in the Palski universe. Time for another PWP. We are not live today. That's my fault. I apologize.
I contributed.
I guess a little bit. But at the end of the day, if you would have been fine going live, and for me, it would have been an ordeal.
Well, that's part of it. It is towards the end of the day.
That is
the
true.
List of dad duties today was mighty.
I see a lot of duty from Dad.
No, unfortunately, that part has not yet happened. That would add to the list and could end this recording at any time. But
Cool.
foot soaking aplenty.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It is mid-November, and while we are not live, it does not mean that we are excused from acknowledging the current PWP champ, Andrea Beeler, record-holding PWP champ, will defend that title first week of December, and that will be your last opportunity to get entered into the big end-of-year championship giveaway. So if you want to win a bunch of shit, you want to get the opportunity to win a bunch of shit, I should say, you got to become a patron over at patreon.com/PWPalskis. Every single patron is entered every month because, of course, we have been celebrating for 11 months now, $2,025.
Yeah. Because we know inflation is real.
That we do. Alexandra, there's no possible way the camera could see you. Alexandra, I saw her walk into the hallway over here and do like a can anybody? Yeah, I guarantee you.
Yeah, but GTV might see her.
That was really cute. It was very cute and a little bit sexy. Actually, it was a lot of bit sexy because there was a reason she was concerned. If you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, soaking her feet, huh?
Yeah, she was soaking her feet. Exactly. All right, Scott Narver, we have a lot to get through. We got some hotline calls later. It's been weeks since we've talked about what's happening in wrestling.
There's only been like a news story or two at a time, and finally there was enough news where I had to cut stuff out and go, well, there's no time to talk about that.
All righty, well, let's get to it. Fill me in. What's been going on?
Well, a little sad news to start. Legendary broadcaster Bob Caudle passes away. The news was revealed by his son, Mike, who noted that he passed away in his sleep at 95 years old. So you have for sure, well, we both talked over Bob Caudle many a time on Watch Along. Very pleasant voice, Mid-Atlantic stuff, some like early NWA stuff, whether that crossed into WCW territory, I'm not sure. But like a very pleasant broadcaster voice, a lot of stuff with Jim Ross. And he's like a well-informed dad.
Okay.
Like when he's going, I don't know, Jim, let's take a look here and see. Oh, that doesn't seem like a good move that he's going to do there. Oh, no, I don't like that one bit.
Okay.
Like, he's got that tone to him. And he makes wrestling easy to listen to. He's got his rights and his wrongs. You know, he's got his good moral code as a commentator.
But like, is he a color guy, play-by-play?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of just play-by-play guys back in the early days. Like, it wasn't big on.
Right.
I mean, if you had color, it was usually a former wrestler, like giving more insight, but they weren't necessarily like the bad guy era started with Jesse.
Right.
So that was, that was a WWF thing. And then that kind of caught on.
It used to be just more straight sports.
Yeah. And you'd get the occasional bad guy, like maybe Piper would jump in for the main event match or something like that. Or someone would get on a headset for like studio wrestling type thing.
Gotcha.
But he lost his wife earlier this year. Jackie Cottle passed away on April 24th, not long after the couple celebrated their 76th wedding anniversary.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, right? That's not happening for me. No way.
Same.
Yeah. Hear that, ladies? The bar has been lowered.
I mean, it's just age. It has nothing to do with the inability to have love that long. It's just that I'm 40. If I live 70 years.
Hey, who knows? Medical science may catch up. But if it does, I'm still not doing it.
Well, that goes against your desire for nobody to die before 60.
Am I a wrestler?
Aren't you?
I've never taken a proper bump. I've been knocked down, but I get up again, and you ain't never going to keep me down.
Thank you for that.
They leave behind 3 children, 7 grandchildren, and 12 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
So the Cottles know how to have a good time. There's been personalities and companies writing about Bob Cottle. One notable one is Ric Flair wrote, Bob Cottle was a great friend and someone who helped me develop my interview skills. You're a great man, Bob, and you will be remembered forever as one of the greatest announcers of all time. I cherish all the time that I got to spend with you. Rest in peace, my dear friend.
That's sweet.
So hopefully there's some tributes out there. Or, I'm hoping for a video one or something like that. Just somebody puts together something. But yeah, I think you'd recognize him and go like, oh yeah, he kind of looks like a lot of the guys at the time, but just also solid at what he did.
It might be one of those things where I recognize his voice more than his
I think
face.
I did an okay impression.
Yeah. All right. Well, didn't recognize it.
That's fine.
Take it back.
And then a double dose of the downer news.
Oh, great.
Hey, I know you're excited, but it is unfortunate. I do want to acknowledge this because she's always been a cool lady. AEW's Rebel has been diagnosed with pulmonary lymphoma.
Oh.
Real name Tania Brooks. She has been dealing with health issues since May of 2024. Originally diagnosed with pneumonia, but after a year of not getting better with the treatment, she sought treatment from the Mayo Clinic, who diagnosed her with cancer of the lungs.
Oh, jeez.
So she put out a video on social media doing a lot of breakdowns of like, it went through this, and I could quote some of it here. It's ultimately, she's gone through a lot.
Right.
It's best from her. But one of the things that has happened amongst us in kind of the middle of her video, she said she starts rehab because along this tumultuous journey, she picked up a little disorder called functional neurological disorder, and it has taken her ability to walk. She now walks with a walker, and it affects her ability to speak clearly. She says, it sounds like I bit my tongue.
That's tough. I'm not super familiar with her. Like when the name popped up, I thought of like 6 different people first. So I was like, wait, is that this person? But also, that's just a shitty card to be dealt.
Do you remember her in AEW? I think that was where you'd probably...
I don't really.
So she was with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Like she was the little... Well, she was bigger than her.
Oh, I do. She was like the sidekick who was sort of... people started cheering a little bit more than they were cheering for Britt. Right. Okay, that's coming back to me.
So she was that. She was... Her whole career, I believe, started as a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Oh, gosh.
And then she was in TNA. She was in the Menagerie with Crazy Steve and Mike Knox, and just always was kind of floating around from thing to thing. And then that was kind of the prime Rebel of it all, was her hanging out with Britt Baker, and they had an act going, and it was kind of fun. There were times when it was a little off the rails, but she was, like you, to your point, she was getting herself over.
Right.
Like people were getting really into her.
That weird dentist match wasn't her fault.
No, she might have popped up in it briefly, but
I think maybe
she wasn't billed for it.
No, not at all.
So yeah, hopefully she is able to get through this, but she's going through a lot, and she's really just pushing her way through. And then maybe the saddest news of them all. TNA has crowned a new world champion, ending Mike Santana's brief reign atop the promotion. Frankie Kazarian is the new TNA world champion.
Wow, Kazarian is a world champ.
At 11.
Wait, who did he beat that you said had a brief reign?
He had less than a month. Mike Santana.
Oh, thanks for coming, Mike.
So, yeah, there's stories going around the Mike Santana of it all, like that he's, like not answering the calls or this or that. He's scheduled to do more appearances for the company. He's like got another pay-per-view match coming up. But this is one of those things, like I'll break it down when I read it. I go, oh, this is so like Russo fucking Crash TV still.
Yeah.
Okay. Santana made his one and only defense of the TNA World title on Thursday's episode of Impact, defeating Ryan Nemeth in a DQ no contest after a group of WWE NXT wrestlers ran in and attacked Santana during the match. So they throw the match out. I see it. There's a bunch of people. I go, I don't know who the fuck any of them are. And then the ring clears and Kazarian cashes in his Call Your Shot gauntlet trophy that he won at Bound for Glory to capture the title in a roll-up.
Money in the briefcase. Money in the briefcase? Money in the bank is what I meant to say. Essentially.
So
yeah.
He does that and he wins with a roll-up ultimately and gets the title.
Yeah, that.
And
a little uneventful.
It was, so when, in past weeks, I'm checking the news, I'm going like, yeah, there's not really anything. Oh, Mike Santana won the title. Like, that's worth mentioning. But I didn't have enough other news stuff to formulate a show. And so, like, it wasn't enough to talk about for
right, no, I get it.
for the length of the show. And I go, oh, but that makes me want to check this out because that's pretty cool that he won the title. And then I see this, I go, oh, yeah, I don't really want to watch this show now. So,
yeah, I mean, I like it when old people win titles. Especially, has he been world champ many times before? I don't consider him a world champion contender.
I like it when old guys win the title where it's like they finally finished the journey.
That's kind of what I mean.
They became the best version of themselves, and
right, but not
most
this
over
way.
I don't know. That's Frankie.
Right. No.
Currently.
Yeah, and I get it, but I think like the guy's got to be pushing 50, right? And I just assume like, oh, okay, good. But yeah, it doesn't sound like he won it in a way that like everybody was behind him, and we finally. It's not like he's like Dolph Ziggler. You know what I mean? Like it's not one of those things where it's like,
oh, finally.
Yeah.
I'm looking up here to see if he's won the title before. I don't recall that he has, because there's certainly an era of time where I go, wait, who won it now? Let me see here. Yeah, just one time currently. So this is his first time, and he is the sixth Grand Slam champion in TNA history.
All right. What are all of the titles in TNA needed for that? For what do they call a Grand Slam? Is it Tag, X, and World?
No, the Grand Slam is 4.
Oh, what's the fourth one? Do they have another mid card that's not the X? TV, because otherwise you're
like usually a triple crown,
right?
So let me see here if they break it down.
Is it the Jeff Hardy title? Was there one? Was that a separate title?
I'm trying to think if he had the
Here, I can just
the one that was defunct.
Oh, right.
What was that fucking title called? That
is there just a list of his titles?
Yeah, probably. Let me see here.
I'm looking at championships and accomplishments. Yeah,
King of the Mountain? Is that it? No. International Championship.
Oh my God, there's so many. TNA International Championship. Yep. TNA World Tag Team.
But there was one before that also used to count that Eric Young had for a long time. Some of the older guys had it. And it was called something else.
Got it.
So I think that also counted for some people. if that was around when people could get it, but that's the one. And apparently that one's still active. So good for the international champion. But you're not a world.
It's true.
Do we need like an oceanic championship? Something that covers the water? Because that's more than land.
Right. Oh, come on. That's just prime for the taking. Especially for like a smarmy heel who's like, there's more ocean than continents. Yeah. Somebody who can never win the Intercontinental, so they decide to create Interoceanic.
Yeah, I don't want one of these land dweller championships.
Yeah. What are the modifiers in the match in order to win that championship?
You're allowed water breaks.
Okay. But it doesn't have to take place in like a boat or something. Only the Jericho Cruise can defend.
Well, that's still like, then you're on land again.
That's not land. You're on structure, but a boat isn't land. By definition, land. No.
You're on it and you say land ho.
It isn't. Yeah, because you see land. You don't look down at your feet of the boat and go land ho, because then every time you're on a boat, it would just be land ho all the time, always.
Okay, if you're in the crow's nest and you jump down and you land on the boat, what'd you do? You landed.
You land, comma ho.
Yeah. Still landed.
Right. Once again,
and if Michael landed on a boat, that's land.
All right. Well, good for Kazarian. I wish it was sounded more exciting. He was also never one of those guys that I was like, this is a guy. Like, he was just the guy that hung out with other dudes.
I always liked him.
Sure.
And he was really fun in the UPW days. When it was him and Nova as a tag team, like, they were cool, but that was 30 fucking years ago.
Long time ago.
I'm losing my pipes. Well, now we're picking up steam in the good news column. Jake, better go buy your tickets for the cinema, because WWE will be well represented in the upcoming Disney film Zootopia 2.
Who's Zootopin in?
Paradigm's Niccolo Piccololo, or however you say his fucking name. Lo Piccolo? Is he your agent? Niccolo Piccolo?
I wish. I'm actually with Barry La Clarinet.
Oh, shit. I hear they're off key.
That's why I'm not working as much.
You shared on social media Wednesday that Roman Reigns and CM Punk have done voice work for 2 zebra characters in the animated film set to be released on November 26th. The agency represents both men. This news comes a few weeks after it was revealed that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will voice the character Zeke. So that's 3 wrestlers in Zootopia 2.
I mean, now that Zack Ryder's back, we can get a woo-woo-woo-topia.
Could we?
We could. Should we is the question we should be asking.
Yeah, but he's probably in Frozen 3. Frozen contract status with WWE. I don't know if Roman Reigns and CM Punk are going to have the chemistry that Mark Henry and CM Punk did for that Flintstones fucking animated movie.
Still haven't seen it. But
they steal that
about
whole thing. They're so good. I don't know how that didn't get a spin-off of anything.
And do you think they were both in the room? Or it was just well written and they had fun?
You think with that joint, like they had time to book people on different days and have crew members show up on different days?
It's
like
quicker that way.
All the wrestlers at once.
I mean, it's literally quicker to do it individually than to have 2 people there. So I would argue, do you think that shoot had time to have everybody at once? And cost more money.
I think all the wrestlers show up all the time, everywhere. And there's like a line of them. Like Braun Strowman was there too. Like, can I do it? Sheamus was there. Jinder Mahal probably.
I can see that. They all just show up on Cody Rhodes' bus.
We don't have Indian people in the caveman days. He's like, what are you talking about? It's like, oh, I'm going to use this for my gimmick. Vince, can I say this? No. Oh, I don't get this movie. Then I don't get to say it in my promos. Son of a bitch. So that's pretty exciting. My excitement level for Zootopia 2 went up a little bit.
Alrighty.
from not at all.
Yeah, I mean, I like the first movie, but I'm never craving a sequel for something like that.
No?
No, I'm always like, all right, if we get a sequel, that's fine, but I'm not like going out of my way. Because I think that, now that I'm saying it out loud, I actually think they've done pretty good with animated sequels now that I'm realizing it. I was thinking like, there's still the stink of animated sequels when we were kids where you like straight to DVD, nobody cared.
Straight to video.
Straight to videos, yes, sure.
Because it was second class. Like they did not flat out do it for the theater. It was, hey, you're going to get a bunch of the same people that you don't know necessarily who they are. Right. But if there's a big name in this, they're not coming back. Because it was a big deal for the third Aladdin movie that was straight to video that they got Robin Williams back for that one.
Oh, interesting.
Because it was Dan Castellaneta for Return of Jafar.
Right.
And then it's like Prince of Thieves or something like that is the third one. And it was a big marketing deal. Like, hey, our straight to video bullshit will have Robin Williams.
He's not going to be in it a lot, but he'll be in.
He's in it. Did we take all the used tape that left over?
They used all the outtakes in the first movie, and they didn't actually pay him to come back and redo it. But like, we paid him a little bit to license using it again, and therefore he's in the movie.
That's right.
And then they wrote around his alt takes. Is probably what they did. I would not be surprised. That started as a joke, and now I'm thinking that's probably what they did for that movie.
And that's probably why there's a bunch of wrestlers in Zootopia too, because there's probably a bunch of real famous people that were in the first one. They're like, I'm not coming back for this. Fine, just get a wrestler and pay them $8.
But to my original point, sequels have been better over the years. I know this is not a movie podcast. Also, this is like probably 10, 15 years old now at this point. I just saw Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2 for the first time.
Oh, shit.
And number 2
I've not seen any of them.
Number 2 is fucking exceptional. The first one's really good, but number 2 is fucking great. And I was trying to process as the credits were rolling why it was so good. And then I see executive producer Guillermo del Toro. And I was like, that tracks. Because it has like a lot of Guillermo del Toro isms about it as far as like what the story is about, the design, the villain is fucking just like really good and evil for a kid's movie. Okay. And it was just great. I was like, well, shit, I wasn't expecting that at all. I put on the first one, just have on in the background because it was suggested over on Quakecast. Corey recently watched them and he was like, oh, they're really good. They're better than you think they would be. And I was like, all right, really good.
There's some reason they made 4 of them. I don't know why.
Well, sometimes something that gets made a lot doesn't necessarily mean that it's good for adults. If it was successful for kids, sometimes they just keep doing it.
I'd still argue that at least the first one is good.
Right. Sure.
Because that's where you at least get a couple of them. I mean, there's 47 Land Before Times.
That's a lot of those.
And Jinder Mahal's not in any of them. So, speaking of movies, still not a movie podcast, but I thought this was worth mentioning. Nevermore, The Raven Effect, the documentary of his life and career of Raven, is set to release on Amazon Prime on Tuesday, November 18th. You can also pre-order the Blu-ray on Vinegar Syndrome.
On what?
You not heard of Vinegar Syndrome?
No, I have not. Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They do a bunch of cool titles. They have very cool, amazing releases, and it had a limited edition slipcover release. Those are all sold out. Yeah, they do cool shit, man.
Right on.
So it's coming out on Tuesday. So I can't wait to watch that.
Do we know
if D'Lo Brown's going to be in it? We do. He is.
Perfect. I was going to say, do we know like who the filmmaker is? Like what the team behind it is?
Yeah, someone you know probably.
Directed by Jordy Day. What has Jordy Day made? He made Charles Manson, The Final Words, and Tough Guy, the Bob Probert story.
He didn't call it Charles in Charge?
Charles is charged.
Of his days and his nights.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think
it's accessible for everybody for Amazon Prime.
Speaking of Raven, I know we got a lot of Zack Ryder talk. Have you seen the clip going around from the podcast that they were all on? Where Raven didn't know who Zack Ryder was? That shit made me laugh so hard.
Yeah. Didn't one of you guys Did one of these guys work for WWE? You talking about Swoggle? No. Talking about this. It was specifically like who had the YouTube show and who was the guy that they just like undercut, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's like, oh, that was me.
Wasn't there another dude with your group? It's just so funny.
I like it that he's just a little bit aware of things in wrestling, but it's like, it's a clear, like, fucking watch all the time. Like
right.
That was a job and I'm out.
Right.
But
also,
it's one of you guys, right?
Yeah. Also, like carrying knowledge of who everybody is for a decade plus is another thing.
Yeah.
Versus like being aware of the product right now. Yeah.
And our main topic, as you've been dancing around this whole time, Matt Cardona was revealed as LA Knight's mystery opponent, and the last time is now terminated on Friday's edition of SmackDown, but as Zack Ryder.
Yeah, I mean, that to me, it could go either way. We've had people come back to WWE and be able to retain a name that they had, but I think that's a thing where they want to sell the merch. They want to sell them, like, they don't want to replace Matt Cardona in the old designs for Zack Ryder, and like,
they replaced his song.
Did they?
It's a different version of it.
Got it. But it's the same song, just a different recording, different version. But it's still
it doesn't sound good.
No, it's a little clustery.
No, it's just, I don't know. It sounds like it's redone by AI.
It might be.
So yeah, he came back as Zack Ryder. Michael Cole undercut him right away because he's so good on commentary. Following his loss tonight, he spoke backstage about not being sure if the match was a one-off or a full return. But according to Fightful Select, both WWE and Cardona have confirmed that his return on WWE SmackDown last night is for now being considered a one-off appearance. However, a merchandising agreement is in place. Zack Ryder merchandise began selling online shortly after his return on Friday's show.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he makes some money.
I'm sure he will. You already bought like 3 things, right?
Yeah, it's my old wardrobe is now just Zack Ryder merchandise.
Yeah, because you're from there. You're from
the terrible place that he's from. We're both
Zack
from the same
Ryder
terrible
town.
place. It's called Ryderville, I'll have you know.
Okay, yeah.
Ryder, not to be confused with Ryderton.
No.
Which is out east.
Sure, that's where Brian Myers is from.
Yes, right, exactly. Which is weird because you would think he would be from like Myers Grove, but he's not. It doesn't. No. It's really confusing up there.
That's where Grover's from.
Exactly.
Sesame Street. So it was neat to see him. Like there was certainly a nice reaction to it. It is, to me, it's weird when I see Zack Ryder show up for that tournament, and because I was checking out, and I was going like, all right, who's it going to be? Who's the mystery opponent against LA Knight? Because maybe they got a shot. Oh shit, it's Matt Cardona. Oh, it's Zack Ryder. Oh, well, he loses.
Right.
Because Zack Ryder has no cachet.
It was also weird that it was against LA Knight, who, like, if it was against a heel who was sort of like, mid-cardy, like we didn't think.
Gunther.
Yeah, or not even Gunther, but like somebody who we didn't think would win it. Somebody who, like, then it's like, oh, maybe there's a possibility.
Mike Santana.
Yeah, that would have been great. Yeah, I don't know who the person is, but he could have come back and gotten a victory against another mid-card heel that we thought might go all the way, and then lose the next round. Give him one victory is what I'm trying to get at.
It's also super sad in the story of Zack Ryder,
right?
Of like the desperation to come back into the WWE.
Right.
And it's like, I have unfinished business with John Cena, or I'm just trying to get him on the phone. Like I'm just trying to get a hold of him. So if I get in this tournament, fuck, I didn't get far. I can't talk to him. He's going to retire. I have no way of getting a hold of him.
I mean, there's something to be said about the storyline that they played out with Bray Wyatt about how, like, oh no, John Cena, like you're the heel. Like you don't realize it, but you're actually the heel. Like Zack Ryder Zack Ryder could just have that story very easily. Like, you were a total bully. Like, you stole my girlfriend. Didn't you push him down the stairs or some shit like that? Or like off of a...
That was Kane.
Right. Okay. Kane did. But I remember somebody. Yeah. But,
yeah, it was Kane that shoved him off the stairs.
Got it.
Okay. Not the stairs, but the
ramp, right? Like the entranceway?
It's just the stage.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So like the ramp was going towards the ring,
Right.
but this is off the side.
Right. But you know what? Who didn't come to his rescue? The guy who stole his girlfriend and said that he was his friend, John Cena.
Brian Myers. Yeah, so that's exciting. But LA Knight beat him, moved on in the tournament, and as of right now, the advanced quarterfinals include Sheamus and Rusev, Jey Uso and LA Knight, and the remaining matches as of this recording, Raw Monday, November 17th, is Solo Sikoa versus a mystery opponent. See, this is where you would have put Zack Ryder.
Exactly.
Gunther versus a guy that's going to fucking lose without question, Javon Evans.
Yep.
Penta versus Finn Balor, and Bronson Reed versus Carmelo Hayes. Man, just talk about some of those where you go, the last match of John Cena versus Penta.
We could have made this less people.
How horrible would that be?
Right.
Of like, oh, look cool for Penta, but this is not going to, that can't be good.
Right. Nobody cares.
I don't want to see Penta beat or win. What the fuck?
Penta doesn't even care about that.
No, he's like, oh, the Intercontinental title. I don't really want it anymore. So yeah, Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder could have ended John Cena's career and picked up the Intercontinental title. But he failed.
He it's kind of what he does, right?
It's kind of what he does.
He gets a lot of people to cheer and then loses a match.
But would Matt Cardona have done that?
Death match God, or whatever the fuck he calls himself.
Yep, Deathmatch God, whatever the fuck he calls himself. That's
DMG.
his whole. That's the whole moniker.
Right, where the fuck he calls himself. Yeah, I think sames, hard sames. I mean, we're speculatively we all think it's Gunther, right? Like, there's nobody else on that list that unless it's the mystery opponent of whoever the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I could make a case for a couple of them where it's like, that'd be fine. Like LA Knight would, I think, ultimately be fine.
Yeah, I think LA Knight, Braun Breaker would be fine. But
Braun Breaker's not in here.
Didn't you say Breaker was on there?
I said Bronson Reed.
I'm sorry, I heard what I wanted to hear. Okay, never mind then. So yeah, I guess LA Knight's the only person that would be,
Jey Uso a little bit for the sake of it came back round in the year.
Right.
Like, that's kind of all right, but Rusev, I don't think the interest is there. It's like, oh yeah, cool, the tank, yeah. Sheamus, oh yeah, Mark Cuban, right on.
Mark Cuban, what's that?
It was involving their early feud when Sheamus won the title from Cena.
Got it.
But yeah, a lot of this is like, hey, do you remember this a long time ago that we haven't played into at all? Unless the fucking mystery opponent is The Rock.
Right.
Versus Solo Sikoa. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's, if they're doing that thing where like, oh, we're going to get somebody from his past. That way there's a fun little connection for his last hurrah. It's sort of, the problem with it being John Cena is that's sort of everybody. So nobody's like super unique. Unless it's
except
like fucking
dead guys.
Except if it's like fucking Batista. Then it sort of doesn't really matter because everybody else is, if he had a feud with them, we've seen them fight 20 more times since the feud, I
feel like Jericho's really the only one.
That's fair.
That kind of is exciting. It makes sense. And if he advanced around, it'd be worth the water cooler chat. Because then you could have him lose against Gunther and you're like, all right, well, I got to also see Jericho versus Gunther. That was something.
Yeah. That's fair. And that would be a fun, unique, two people we haven't seen, I dig that.
But yeah, it's all signs have pointed to Gunther for a while. And I guess to his credit, it'll be like, oh, he took out Goldberg. He took out Cena. All right.
What about Edge? We talked all about Edge in that one episode because remember they did the things at each other.
Yep, sure did. Edge has talked about it openly, whether he's trying to deflect or not, but saying, we were two different guys at the time and whether or not the fans would want to see not us do not our match now.
Right.
I'm paraphrasing, of course.
I get it.
But I can see why he would think that that'd be tough. I think he acknowledged like it's cool to be thought of, but why do that when I can wrestle nonsense bullshit matches over here in AEW?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think again
maybe it'll be Matt Cardona.
Oh, right. He's gonna do a 3 Faces of Foley thing.
Yeah.
That's my new favorite pick. If it's Matt Cardona and I want him to win it, and then I want him to just get squashed by Cena in his final match. I don't even want him to make it through the ring ropes. He's gonna do his entrance. He's gonna get kicked in the belly. AA done. Match over. And then career over.
Hey everybody, I feel kind of bad. Zach Matt, did you want the Intercontinental title? Like,
just gives it to him.
Let me call The Rock real quick. Like, it's all in real time. Like, calls up The Rock. Like, hey buddy, yeah, it's going pretty well. Yeah, I won't spoil it. Can I give the Intercontinental title to Zack Ryder? Oh, sorry. What? He says Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona. No, just Google it. Google Matt Cardona.
Trust me.
No. You've never seen this guy? He is a wrestler. Yeah. No, can I just give it to him? No. 40 grand? All right. Hey, Zach Matt, if you have 40 grand, you can have it.
He's gonna have to sell so many action figures.
So many.
Make that money.
But he's got that many in his trunk right now. Can you give me till midnight?
I got a few eBay listings where some people are some pretty good bids.
Hold on, let me call Brian. He'll put these on Facebook Marketplace. I'll work in the area right now.
I'm crushing Facebook Marketplace in Suffolk County.
I'll come to you tonight within 20-mile distance. I need this. Yeah, I think Matt Cardona coming in. That'd be pretty great.
That would be great. Especially if they pretend like they didn't know who he was.
Who's this guy?
Making his WWE debut.
Matthew Cardona? Oh, he goes by Matt, actually.
What's a Cardona?
Or Maven makes his big comeback. If we're just, if we're really going out there.
I mean, listen, Dream. All right, for the one-off. See, this is the problem: is that the surprise entrant doesn't face John Cena. Could you say it was Penta? Who's the mystery person?
Solo Sikoa. So they could beat Solo.
But I guess the point I'm making is like all the people I can think of are the people I want to come back so they could share a moment with Cena, not with fucking Solo Sikoa. So Santino, give me Santino a million ways from Sunday. Okay. I want Santino always to say, sure. John, I'm here to beat John Cena.
The Honky Tonk Man to reclaim the Intercontinental title to become the greatest Intercontinental champion yet again. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, there's like those people where it's like, oh, you just want to see them have the moment, but they're not going to get it anyway. So
Vince
enjoy it,
McMahon.
Gunther. I don't think that's going to fly.
Why not?
Because the Epstein files are going to get leaked any moment now.
He's got his own files.
Yeah, exactly.
But that could be something like they could release an app that you pay $30 a month for to read all those, and fans would eat that shit up. And then they'd realize, wait, I got to read? Oh, fuck.
The McMahon Network.
They're like, hey, don't forget, Becky Lynch and Drew McIntyre have books, and it probably ends with them winning the world title. Original.
Vince McMahon. I like the idea that Vince McMahon shows up to a court case wearing a dress made out of pages of the Epstein files.
Oh, shit. That's what I want on my next Last Time Is Now tournament. A wrestler autobiography fucking ends with them winning the world title.
Oh, wait. Listen, we'll have to do that tournament again. That's a good one. Well, is there any other...
Every mid-carder could never write a book.
I was going to say...
That's when I won the European Championship.
Well, is there any other news?
Other than Zack Ryder returning to WWE? No, bro.
All right. Well, we got some hotline calls. 747-666-5606. That's the number to the Pro Wrestling Palskis hotline. You can call that number, leave a message, and we will listen to it on the pod just like this. Scott, you want to see what we have on the hotline this week?
I certainly do.
Hey there, Palskis. It's your boy Tim Bemis up here in Spokane, and I was listening to the Encyclopedia episode. I heard you guys mention Maple Leaf Wrestling, and I just wanted to let y'all know. I don't know if it's been posted in the Discord or not, but Scott D'Amore has resurrected Maple Leaf Wrestling. You can find their shows on YouTube. I believe all you have to do is search Maple Leaf Pro. I've caught a couple of the shows, and they were actually pretty good. They have a lot of decent talent, and yeah, if you guys want to enjoy some Maple Leaf Pro, go out there and find it. It's easy to find. All right, you guys have a great night. Talk later.
Tim Bemis. That's pretty cool. Maple Leaf Pro. Yeah, I think we mentioned it in that episode that Scott D'Amore brought it back to life. Or I didn't know if it was the same like lineage or if he just sort of, it was a nod to the old company. But it's pretty sweet. Always nice to hear about a fun indie company that somebody actually gives the like thumbs up for. Like, no, go find this, watch this.
So they're at Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling on YouTube.
Okay.
Their trailer video is one of their events. I'm kind of blown away for not loving Scott D'Amore. There's a tribute to Graham Greene, the actor, at the top of the of that event, where he's remembered because he's a very famous Canadian actor.
That's cool.
So that's kind of cool. But yeah, there's full matches. See, they do it right. They got a playlist of full matches, which is immediately fodder for watch-alongs.
Right.
So that's like sectioned out. They've got full shows listed here as well. So yeah, now I got to see kind of like how one looks to see how much you'll be like, oh God, what is a shot with a D4X2 camera? Not bad. Looks pretty good visually.
If you're curious about the talent there, current MLP Canadian champion is Josh Alexander, former guest of the pod, who eliminated Matt Cardona last in a 20-man gauntlet for the gold at MLP Northern Rising to become the inaugural champion. He's the very first champion. They just created this title May 10th, 2025. I guess the whole company is all inaugural because they're a fairly new reprisal company. And the current PWA, what they call PWA Champions Grail. I don't know what PW Pacific Wrestling Alliance Champions Grail, Roha Raja, who I think also was a former. Didn't Johnny do an interview with him?
Roha Raja? I thought that was the kind of massage you got.
I recognize that name. Anyways, Roha defeated somebody with a wrestling name that I'm just so jealous of. He defeated Jake something.
Oh yes, I've heard of this gentleman. He's been in TNA a lot.
And the women's Canadian champion for MLP is Giselle Shaw.
Ah yes,
who
Scott D'Amore's partner at one point, if not still. So how did that happen?
Jeez, that tracks. Defeated Kylie Ray, one of the many Kylie. Three initials that sound kind of like five other wrestlers, but if I'm not mistaken, Kylie Ray is the smiley one.
Sure,
she's the one who has the smiley face on her shirt and her merch.
Sure,
maybe you're not
who
sure.
Who lost her smile?
I don't think that's the one. Well, that's cool, and you can see their posters. They clearly they have the rotation of all the top indie guys that you would want coming to your indie company. So good on you, Maple Leaf Pro. And I like that it's all Canadian and stuff. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, boo Americans, boo.
Yeah, you said it. All right, let's take another hotline call. Thanks for that, Tim.
Hey, y'all. Mask Llama of the Legendary Fighting Federation in here. And, it's the John Cena retirement year had its ups and downs, but it was a unique idea and something I wouldn't mind seeing again in a couple of years. But which wrestler would you like to see do a retirement year? A mix of old opponents, reliving classic feuds, and giving a couple of new wrestlers a chance to shine. I was just curious, like, it's a tough choice, right? Because you don't want somebody who's worthy of it. You just don't want to be like Mason Ryan, retirement tour. That wouldn't make any sense. But, maybe would The Miz be worthy of something like that? He's had a good, long career. Or would you want somebody with, like, more star power? Because The Miz only had about a year or two of, like, top star power. Anyway, just your thoughts. Have a good day, y'all.
Masked Llama talking about other wrestler retirement years. This one went so poorly. I know you said that it had ups and downs. I think it was mostly downs, but he's not wrong. Like, it's not a bad idea. Had they done it right. If they committed to him staying a heel for longer and it being good, like, it could have been really special, really special.
Or had they committed to him being a good guy and went with that, that could have been really special.
I think that's part of it, though, is that whoever comes back, in order to make it really unique, like, you want to change something. You don't want to make the last year just more of the same. And there are not a lot of wrestlers who I think are capable of doing that the way John Cena was capable, because we hadn't had like a true, quote, heel John Cena in so long that it felt like the crazy thing to do. If the first person that came to my mind was Jericho.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because, like, storied career, could have one-offs with older opponents who he's wrestled for years.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of young talent, obviously more so in WWE than in AEW, that he hasn't wrestled yet, or we haven't seen wrestle yet.
I don't know. I think you could debate that he also hasn't wrestled a lot of the young guys in AEW.
Oh, really? Okay. You would know better than I would. I just assume.
Come on now. Booker of the Year.
So Jericho is one that comes to mind. Also, he's the person who I'm like, okay, you can retire now. Because that's the other part, is you have to think of who's...
That, and who could you truly, for the year, have it be something special for the at-home viewing audience, where you go like, oh, well, shit, I do want to see that. Like, Jericho fighting that guy one more time, or for the first time, would be special. And if you're going and paying, if you're selling your children, and then going like, I got to buy a ticket to this show and see Jericho. He's in my town, and I know this is the last time I could see him.
Right.
I think that could also be worthwhile for him, because I thought of the Hardy Boys and I went, nah, I don't think that works as well. It'd be great if you could do it with a tag team.
Sure.
But like, maybe the Usos work better.
Right.
For that.
But we're still so many years away from that, but yeah.
But
maybe not.
Drinks all the time.
I don't remember.
That if the Hardys, the expectation is, hey, if I go and pay to see you, you're going to do something fucking stupid and crazy, right? Like,
right.
No, please. You can't get away with it. Cena shows up in your town and he just talks and you go, that's cool. You don't want that from Jeff.
No.
If Matt's crazy, if he's broken or woken, you get away with it, but chances are that's not going to happen. So yeah, Jericho so far is the one makes
Jericho. I think that Jericho has people from his past who are still active that would be fun to revisit. You'd get to do the list. You could do the friends with KO. You could do, his various, who are some of his tag partners? I guess some of them aren't around, but you've got Ray.
I think Ralphus might still be alive.
All right. The other person I think of is Randy Orton. But I also think that Randy Orton he's in such great shape, and he's at a position in the company and in his career, because he didn't go off to any other companies and like become oversaturated in a million different places and reinvent himself 100 ways, that Randy Orton could kind of just be the guy who never retires, but also shows up just once in a while, hits a fucking RKO on somebody, has a one-off match. He could be the new Taker at Mania for all we know. You know what I mean? Like, where it's just like,
He could be what Stone Cold was.
Sure, yeah.
Stone Cold didn't outwardly say, I'm retiring.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yep, you're right.
And it was, all right, well, I'll still be a personality. I'll still be something on the show. And people questioned and wondered. And it wasn't until years later where he said, like, yeah, that was my last match.
Right.
Here's why.
He's also just in that sort of shape where I could see him still going another 10 years. Do you know what I mean? Like he's just, especially if he's just doing like an RKO here and there, doing a few matches that are not, insane. His style is a healthy style. It's not like he's, Jeff Hardy.
Part of it with Cena is it's the global appeal of it all, right?
Right.
Where there's enough people that know him because he's such a major star and that know him from other stuff. Think like, oh, this is his last year. Oh, he's done wrestling. Oh, wow. Where some of these other people we're mentioning don't have that, where it's just in the world of wrestling.
Sure.
But I'd say you could do it with Ric Flair and people would go like, whoa, wait, how old's that dude? He's wrestling for one more year? I'll watch that guy for $30 to wrestle one more time. That's crazy.
I think the only other person who might have a global, and I understand that John Cena does the movies, and so it's different. Like you're talking about wrestling global versus like the entire world. I do think that because of the gimmick and the mask, I do think Rey Mysterio is really well known.
Yeah, that'd be a big one.
Mysterio is probably that he probably edges out the other two. The difference is I just don't. That's a story where, he's the guy that you turn heel and you have this crazy year with, but he's not going to want to do that. And I don't think we all want to see that.
No, you just have his son fucking with him for the entire year.
Sure. Yeah.
Or he's on his son's side for a little while. He's also a shithead.
Right. He's like, you know what? He's kind of right, you guys.
Dad, you should take off your mask. Wait, what? Dad, take off your mask. That could be the final thing of like, I'm not gonna. And he's thinking about he's gonna do it, and the crowd's like, no, don't. You're hideous. You probably look like you're 40.
You have gray eyebrows. I wasn't expecting that. All righty. Well, thanks for the call, Mass Llama. We got one more call to get to here.
Hey, everybody. It's the Dangerous Old Man from Cincinnati. Been a while since I called in. Still enjoying the podcast, not necessarily the wrestling. Just to let you guys know, I am so sick of the first 30 minutes of Raw that I just wait to start watching it again. I can't stand that everyone has to sit there and talk for 35 minutes about themselves, especially Seth Rollins and his new entourage, which I guess they've broken up now, but only because of his injury. I wish they would just have the announcers talk about what's happening and then start the matches. It's just getting so old. Honestly, most of wrestling's getting old for me. The only bright spot for me is Rhea Ripley. Me and my daughter watch her religiously, and I wish they'd do more with her. Obviously, I think she's injured too, but I don't know. I need a pick-me-up with wrestling. Right now, it's just kind of dead to me. See ya.
Dangerous Old Man. It's been a while, but listen, we are all right in stride, buddy. I know that I feel the exact same way. I have other issues on top of the product that has made me stop watching, but
yeah, your sight and those glasses.
I get it. This was a complaint that we had years ago, where it felt like the formula for Raw was 25 minutes of a promo before there was any action. And I want to say it was around the time that it was like the McMahons were all out there. I'm like, we're going to really listen to you guys. It was around that I can't picture at what year that was, but
they did that a few times.
Sure. But I guess, that's the era that I'm thinking, where it really was like, at the beginning of every Raw was 20 to 25 minutes of a promo. And
this shit started in 1999 with Triple H. He was the guy, he was the champion. He came out and talked for 20 fucking minutes. This was the opening segments of Raws and SmackDowns. And I got sick of it then. And then it would come out multiple times. Like when I'm trying to get back into wrestling, go, why didn't this guy just fucking stay out there? Why does he keep showing up? And he's got his water bottle. He's going to do this every goddamn time. So, of course, the guy who was in those segments forever goes like, we got to talk for 20 minutes. I talk for 20 minutes, so they got to talk for 20 minutes.
Is there any,
hope for us all?
No, like business decision behind it as far as like ratings or, because I can imagine back in the day doing that if people liked the promos and they wanted to hear what somebody had to say, maybe during the Monday Night Wars stuff, it was like, oh, well, people can see who won a match after the fact and not care as much. It was almost like the matches were second to the promos anyway. So maybe they thought if we start with a big long promo, people won't click away. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here, but
I certainly think that was part of it. You had your biggest star coming out to talk, or
just start the show.
Biggest heel to start, and then you're going, all right, well, is a good guy going to show up?
Right.
You would sometimes find out your main event that night from it, or you're advertise your main event, and then they come out and talk, and it's setting up story behind the main event.
Right.
But nowadays, that's not, the main event isn't necessarily the biggest fucking match of the show. It's oftentimes like, well, these two people are going to be the main event of the show, even though they shouldn't be, because they're not that. They're not the main event.
Also, like, it's Netflix. There's no, like, it's not like you're worried about somebody clicking to another channel, or like you're not competing with anything. Everybody's going to watch it on demand anyway.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
Yeah, there could have very well been something in the formatting that worked in that way, or advertisers were happy with some, I don't know, because they tested this and it did better than matches at the beginning.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like they're also just stuck in that. And now, while it was interesting at first because it mirrored actual sports and live events of, hey, look, they're showing up to the building.
Right.
They got their stuff. Okay, well, they keep doing it. And this isn't.
It hasn't become the counterculture to do that thing. It's become the culture. Like, it's not like if every single show you crash, you're no longer crashing a show, you're the star of the show. It's different. Yeah.
And when you're a weekly show, we saw you show up to the building a lot. And we might see you do it twice in a week, possibly even 3 times a week. That's not really that exciting anymore. What would be exciting is the occasional time where we see who actually rides together.
Oh, right.
That could be fun. Like, what if Otis and fucking Cena are riding together?
Right. Oh, there's your final, by the way, there's your final opponent. Why do we even bother? That's who the mystery guy should be.
Boom, Otis.
But
it's something like that. But that's not, I don't know. Obviously, anytime you break a formula, then you can come with a new formula, and that shit can get old. But it's a total agreement with the 20 minutes. Someone talks. Seth Rollins, definitely, that's got fast forward written all over it for me when he was doing it.
I mean, especially when you have Paul Heyman as part of that group. Because I kind of never want to not hear Paul Heyman talk.
Right.
Even when Paul's with Punk, I still like it when Paul talks about Punk, and I love hearing Punk talk. Like, yeah.
So, I don't know. I guess in time something will happen, or they'll just see enough of us fucking fast forwarding the first 20 minutes, and they go, "Why they skip straight to a match? What's going on? Is their Netflix broken?"
It just stops automatically. All that this at 2 minutes in every time.
There's certainly a different vibe when it was CM Punk for a while, right? When he's back, he's driving into the building, going straight through Gorilla. They hit his music and he's out, and you're like, fuck yeah, I can't wait to hear him talk. I can't wait to hear the guy who's returned, who's the good guy, and he's chasing something. This is a cool feeling.
It also kind of felt like it was earned because we were making up for lost time with Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Whereas we've been seeing Seth specifically, if that's what we're talking about, talk for the past, 15 years or some shit like that. Like, it's just been a long time that we've been watching them talk. So it's not that, and I don't dislike him the way that you do, but I also get it. Cause it's like, yeah, we've seen it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, again, not to end on such a downer, but we agree with you, Dangerous Old Man. But hey, there's a lot of really good TV, a lot of good movies out there. there's
and hey, other wrestling companies, you gotta change up your format.
There you go.
You can't, as we talked about with Kazarian, having a Money in the Bank equivalent still, when they used to do the Feast of Fire and all that shit, it's like, fucking take chances and just do something else that doesn't mirror WWE in that way. And if you occasionally have a format that someone goes, wait, maybe we'll take that, get stolen from.
Right.
And then it'll change for the rest of us for the better.
Well, there you go.
Hear that Maple Leaf, you bastards.
Maple Leaf in it. You better maple believe what we're telling you. See what I did there?
Yep. R.I.P. Bray Wyatt. So you didn't have to hear that.
Do you know the hockey team is called the Leafs and not the Leaves? Did you ever notice that?
Sure.
The Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
Do you know why that is?
Yeah, because otherwise they'd have to constantly leave.
Oh, it's so that the
if
fans,
you're the Leaves, everyone's like, get out of here.
Oh, they want to keep fans in the arena.
Is that a Canadian language thing where it's Leafs?
No.
Not Leaves?
No. I know this weird, dumb factoid. This is not a hockey podcast, but
and it never will be.
They're not named after, technically, they're not named after the leaves that fall from a tree, the maple leaves. They're named after the badge that was worn by, I don't know if they were military or they were police or something in the area. And those people, one of them was called a maple leaf, right? If I wear this, I'm a maple leaf. And
are these children?
More than one maple, maybe it was like, maybe it was like the brownies.
I'm a maple leaf.
More than one maple leaf, because maple leaf is the proper noun. When pluralized, you add the S and it becomes maple leafs. It's because it's not maple leaves because it's not a proper noun. Does that make sense? You can't do that with a proper noun.
I think I could.
It's weird. All right, you probably could. Anyways, that'll do it.
Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns is. Anyways, what am I doing? Andrea Beeler, PWP champ, will defend that title. First episode. We have a lot of Palskis to thank here, but before we do so, just a general heads up, and I'm telling Scott for the first time, next week is a question mark for me, may be dark. I have Paul Bianchi, who you might know from Dungeons and Dragon Wagon and Misunderstood, and his husband Callum.
Mickey James's biggest fan.
I don't think that's Gail Kim. Gail Kim's biggest fan, if we're being specific.
6 of one, half dozen the other.
Anyways, Paul and Callum are coming to visit for the holiday from Scotland. They're here for 2 weeks. They get here in about an hour from now, and then they'll be here for 2 weeks. I have no idea what the big company plan is. If they happen to have plans next Sunday, Monday-ish, when we tend to record these, then I'll be able to record. There's a possibility that we're all doing something that I'm not aware of right now.
Are they staying with you?
Yes, they're staying here for 2 weeks. Yes.
Oh, God.
Okay. I'm
You're
excited.
Adults. Why?
Because it'll be fun.
Day two.
And we're mostly
over.
We're mostly gonna like just play games all day, every day anyway. So
I can't wait for the fucking pre-show when I hear about why the fuck.
I mean, it's not
stay over at someone's house.
It's not the first time.
Yeah, it'll be the last time though.
We know they're our closest friends. Like, we know what to expect of the things we're gonna love and not love about them staying here. Nobody's in denial. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, I just want to say, if we are dark next week, it's my fault and I'm sorry, but we'll be back after that. And if we're not here, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
So go stuff yourselves.
Yeah, get stuffed.
So that's Jake's holiday message to you. He won't be here.
Get stuffed.
Probably.
But we need to give Thanksgiving to all of our Patreon Palskis.
You got it. Thank you to all of you who support the show and allowed Jake Lloyd Bacon to have cranberry sauce all year round. Thank you to Adrian Avina, Alex Pierce, Alice Rader, Andrea Beeler, the current PWP champ, Gilbert Short, Mass Lama, Michael Beltran, Mike Lucas, Strong Style, Suicide, Tim Bemis, Tim Redbeard, Tom Hader, and Tony Griggs.
Thanks to each and every one of you for continued support of the program. Would not, could not, should not do this without you. That'll do it. I was going to say enjoy Cena's last Raw, but this comes out the day after. It's already happened for the listener. So I hope Cena's last Raw was fun and exciting for you.
He will be Raw no more.
And
he will be protected.
He will be cooked.
Different way.
Officially getting cooked.
Sex joke, food joke.
Alrighty, kids. That'll do it. Thanks so much for joining us. Always a blast hanging out with you, the Pro Wrestling Palskis.
It's Dragon Wagon.